reason I'm running for House District 11 is because Colorado families are hurting right now. And after spending 16 years as a social activist and a social worker in Colorado and all across the Front Range, I believe that I can bring the experience, the knowledge, and the heart that it takes in Denver's capital to make sure that we protect the most vulnerable citizens, but also making sure our working families have a fighting chance. So let me share with you a really quick story. But a couple years ago, I used to be a supervisor at a local community agency where we provided daycare for low-income kids. And one day, one of my employees came up to me, and she had this scared, nervous look on her face. And, you know, I'm a pretty scary guy. But in all seriousness, she came up to me and she said, "Well, Jonathan, I know I just started, but my husband and I, we just figured out that I'm pregnant, and I'm worried that I'm going to lose this job here after I have my kid. Is there any way that I can get family leave after I have my child?" So I went to HR and I spoke to them, and they said that she wouldn't qualify for family leave. So I asked HR, if who's in charge? Who's in charge of hiring? Who's in charge of firing? They said I was, as long as everything ran smoothly. So I came back to my employee that same day and I told her, as long as I've got a job, she's got a job. Woo! And I wish I could do that for every Coloradan, but I can't. But that's the kind of experience that I want to take with me to the state capitol, because I believe that if we protect our social safety net through making Colorado a place that employers, good employers, want to come to, if we can preserve our strong education by minimizing the cuts that need to happen, and if we can make sure that our environment is a strong and healthy place and we don't sacrifice the things that we hold valuable in order to look good or to make cuts, then we can have a successful state here in Colorado. And lastly, I believe that we can find government efficiencies, but we need to look for it in the right way. We can't be balancing these things on the backs of the poor, on the backs of children, and on the backs of our seniors. So in closing, what I'd like everybody to remember when they look for Jonathan Singer is they're going to see an advocate who stands up for working families, who's done it for 16 years now, who stands up for seniors, and who stands up for kids. With that, I want to thank all of you for being here today.